Hey guys, today I wanted to make a quick video talking about my falling out with Facebook. So this video won't be very farm related, more a personal story about my experience with this, what I see as a toxic social media platform. Anyways, I wanted to make a quick couple announcements. One is if you haven't signed up for our microgreens workshop, that's free, and tomorrow the link will be below. That's going to be a workshop that's going to show you our microgreens online course and also give you some value for showing up, explain how you can use microgreens to extend your farm or start a new business and sell at farmers markets and restaurants with them. The other announcement is the tickets for the Selmer, Tennessee 5-day workshop are now on sale. The link will also be below, but for any of you who go to my website regularly, they're under course tickets and they're for sale now. So yeah, I wanted to just kind of talk about some experience I had and a decision I made to stop using Facebook. And it's one of these things where, you know, when you're so in something for so long, you don't really have that much perspective about it. And I've been using Facebook as a social media platform for a very long time, almost since it came out. And I've built quite a bit of an audience with it. I have a couple of different pages I manage, and actually I still have to manage those pages, but I'm no longer actively putting content on Facebook, and I'm no longer actively engaging it. And the main reason is that I was finding that it has become sort of a toxic environment in the sense that you essentially, well, you as in I'm speaking about myself, I would essentially spend time arguing with people that I don't even know about things that aren't really that important, in the sense that they're not, like, the outcome of the conversation is going to have no meaning in my life whatsoever. And I kept finding myself getting stuck in these stupid conversations. I've always been the type of person that likes a good debate, and I enjoy intellectual conversations, stimulating conversations. And I think my passion for that was also my undoing in the platform, because I found myself constantly just in these pointless conversations. And I don't regret any of the things that I've said. I stand by the things that I say, but it's crazy how in this platform it seems that because people see things that you say, and also people see things that you're in other conversations with, they don't have context to what you're actually trying to say. They're just kind of chiming in and seeing one or two things you said without seeing the greater context. People who used to be friends of mine go out and try to actually do harm towards me, and you know, do harm towards my business. And it's like, this is crazy. Like, people are going nuts over these conversations. So I decided a little over a month ago that I would kind of stop engaging in Facebook. And I did that for a couple weeks. I didn't really post much. Like, my Instagram would go to Facebook or something like that, but I wouldn't really engage it. And I noticed that in those 2 weeks, I noticed that my overall mental state was better. And I'm a fairly, like, I'm the kind of person that has the same mood all the time. Like, I wake up in a good mood. I'm generally in a good mood, but I have a tendency to get in my head, and I'll just, like, think about things, and that thinking will pull away from my productivity in the real world, whether it be to be there for my family, to be fully engaged, or to be involved in the various different things I do for my career. And I noticed after these 2 weeks that I was like, oh, this is kind of better. And so I basically made an announcement on my page that I'm no longer going to engage in Facebook. And I haven't deleted it yet because I still have some business obligations to some pages that I manage for courses that I've done. But I decided to just no longer engage it. And so it's been about a month, and it's amazing. I realized that Facebook is one of these types of platforms that, at least for me, in my personal life, delivers no value. Like, social media, like YouTube, obviously delivers me value because it's a non-filtered, or I shouldn't say it's non-filtered, it's not as filtered as Facebook, and I can engage with you guys, and I can offer value, but I can also offer things that you can engage with, which brings me value. So there's a win-win through it. You know, it's win-win for both parties engaging. Whereas Facebook wasn't that for me. There was very little return from engaging in Facebook content. And I know there's going to be some people out there that say, hey, you know, I've done really well with Facebook ads and stuff like that, and all the power to you, and that might be the case. But it wasn't really worth it for me anymore. And so, you know, another one, Instagram, you know, I use it for our farm. I use it for the paper pot company. I wouldn't say it brings as much value as YouTube, but it's a slightly different platform, and at least for myself, I don't get sucked down into it. Like, I don't sit there and scroll through it for hours. I kind of post on it. I like a few farms posts every now and then, and that's about the extent that I use it. I don't really, I'm not really that engaged in it. Whereas with Facebook, I just would always find myself going down these rabbit holes, and just like, the thing that was really crazy about Facebook, you know, having a month away from it now, was the news feed is always bad news. It's always bad news. And I've been doing some research about the experimentation people at Facebook have been doing with Facebook, and I read about this experiment where they're actually trying to manipulate people's moods. They took 1,000 people and they were trying to control what was in their feed, to whether it made them happy or made them angry. And I can't say that I was part of that test, but that kind of made me a little bit, hearing that kind of made me a little bit angry, a little bit annoyed, because I felt like, you know what, every time I look at Facebook, I just get pissed off. I just look at that news feed, and it's worse than television. I haven't watched television since I was a child, but that's how I always remember television, was like, you just turn it on and you just watch the news, and you would just get pissed off because it's all bad news. And so I've stopped paying attention to it, and it's been amazing, because now I'm a lot more engaged in things that are more important to me in my life, like family time, or doing things that are important in my career. And yeah, that's basically it. So I said goodbye to Facebook, and still here on YouTube, still on Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram at Green City Acres. But that's going to be the extent of my social media engagement. So curious if any of you guys have a similar story. It seems like there's a lot of people out there today that are kind of getting fed up with Facebook. I know there was a hashtag delete Facebook for a while going around. I don't know where where that is at, but it seems like there is a general consensus that people are kind of getting tired about how this social media platform has sort of disrupted the social fabric of their natural relationships. Because, you know, I don't want to regress too much, but one thing that was funny about Facebook is you get in these conversations with people that you don't even know, and you might get into some like really heated political conversation or some philosophical conversation or something like that. And it's like, in real life, when would you ever have that conversation with that person? You know what I mean? Like somebody that you don't even really know, you're sitting here having this deep conversation or argument about the meaning of life or something in politics, and it's like, when would you ever talk to that person about these things? So who cares? And that's kind of how when I've put the subjective in, I'm like, yeah, why do I care what some random person that I barely know thinks about my political or philosophical views? So anyways, I thought that I would share that with you guys, because I have a feeling that there's a lot of people out there who are feeling the same thing. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the webinar tomorrow if you haven't already, and maybe I will see some of you guys in my upcoming workshops. Talk to you later.